Hi, it's Carl Joseph here, tarot reader, psychic, medium, 15, 16 years. So, I made a video on Facebook just a minute ago because it's been a very busy day. I've worked online with two people and then I had two walk-ins, even though I wasn't going to do walk-ins, but they messaged me because they wanted to read it, so I ended up doing it anyway. So there's that. I won't go into too much about what's going on with my cousin because, her family have requested that is kept private at the moment. So yeah, I don't usually do what people tell me, but respect there. So I shall do that, but I will, post things as and when I see fit if I feel that it's the right thing to do. So there's that. I was having a conversation about the fact. No. So some of the work that I've done today, I was working with a girl and I was developing curriculum for my apprenticeship, and also, certain exercises that people can do for lots of different reasons, psychic exercises, but one of them as well, a practical exercise, not related to necessarily developing the psychic faculties, but um, an exercise to help one connect with anger. We have had Scorpio season, Sun, Mercury, Venus. How do we communicate and express our emotions and our feelings and really get in and let those things out? Anger is healthy. If you suppress your anger, it's like children. Children feel their feelings and emotions and then it moves through them and then they go back to a neutral state because they're not suppressing it. Yes, there's good ways to, emotionally regulate, but denial and suppression and repression and trying to intellectualize, do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? And being too cerebral about it is not the way. You just got to feel it. It's okay to be pissed off. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be fucked off. It's okay to be hurt. I also said on my Facebook Live that a good facilitator or practitioner in general is going to bring you back to objective reality to deal with how do you really fucking feel. Let's look at the situation. When you were a child or when you were younger, if you have trauma, you couldn't emotionally process whatever your objective reality was. That makes people, develop lots of different coping mechanisms and styles and techniques. If somebody doesn't bring you back to objective reality to deal with that pain, to the root, and they help you go off into these very expansive spaces without dealing with your actual fucking problem in spirituality, even, they're not helping you. Anybody that is perpetuating disillusion or lies or untruth, they're not helping you. In order for the tree to be stable, you have to heal the roots. Objective reality. Now, once again, if we have this stuff that's going on emotionally, the system doesn't flow. So feel angry, feel pissed off, feel upset. Those are valid things. If we don't have an outlet or expression for them, they get suppressed, they get decompartmentalized, the psyche, the soul, the spirit fractures, and the system does not flow in its totality. Then what you have is dissociation, disconnection. You have issues with addiction, issues with sexuality. Gender dysphoria falls into that category. Because objective reality has been too painful to deal with. So the system fragments itself. Now, the other piece and part of this that is very important is to bring in the soul, God, divine perfection. I had this conversation with somebody. Listen, you cannot get back to God Maybe these higher energetic centers that connect to God, oneness, divine, higher spiritual information and wisdom. You cannot touch that if you have all of this shit that's going on in here. You can't ground and root higher connection. Heaven to earth. Crown to root. Because the heart is messy and cloudy. So you have to feel your feelings, you have to feel your emotions. And then, oh, maybe it's all divinely perfect. Maybe it happened in the way that it needed to. Maybe now I can see not only the truth of what happened in my life, but why from a higher space. We don't want to exist just up here. We don't want to exist just down here. We want the system flowing. Yeah? So that's that. If anybody wants to work with me, carlchazlove.com. I am being forced to expand at the moment through lots of different things. It's been very challenging, very difficult. 2 comas in 1 year in my family. Undercover journalists, stalkers, smear campaigns, slander, lies about me and who I am. And it's me being forced to have to deal with what happens when, you're being perceived or viewed more. How do you hold your center and your balance, So listen, I said this today, psychics are human. Don't let no spiritual person, gaslight you into thinking that their shit don't stick. Because everybody is human. I don't claim to be above the human experience or my own processes. In love, in relationship, in union, with children, with family. The things that have given me understanding of life and God that I'm still in is life, lived experience. Yeah, I wouldn't take away that human experience or any of that pain because there's godliness and divine perfection in it. I had somebody who was a therapist try to gaslight me into taking away those experiences and the gifts that it's given me. Very bad. Once again, please be very careful about who you connect and work with because there are some unhealed people in the world that, once again, because of their own pain and their own trauma and their projections, they will try to, destroy your whole life because they haven't dealt with their stuff. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, yeah, just be careful of your practitioners, guys. Because there are some really, really bad people doing some terrible things. And it is from pain, it is from trauma, but they can do a lot of damage in the process without realizing that they're doing it. So use your discernment, use your judgment. Okay? Whew. KarlCheslove.com. If you want to give for these videos, PayPal at Karl Cheslove. Like I will always say, remember, all is good, all is God, all is love. Until we connect again soon in a bit. Oh. It won't let me stop it. I need to make a Mr. Black video.